All right, so like I want to talk about back unlocking. I want to talk about back unlocking, and I want to specifically like a conversation I had with El Piro Cuh. I'm sure y'all know who that is. If y'all don't follow him, y'all know who that is. But I want to talk about like some of the logic that he was trying to give to me, as well as you know the back unlock tech. I am prepared to concede to the fact that back unlocking doesn't take any skill. I've already conceded to that a while ago. Uh, but like, well, not too long ago, to be honest. Like, during J Fest, I was chatting with a couple of people in the chat, and they were saying like how back unlock takes no skill and shit like that. And I was like, well, I think there's a such thing as a skillful back unlock. And a lot of people were just like, nah. A lot of them were like, nah, there's no such thing as a skillful back unlock. So my rebuttal to that was there's no such thing as a skillful mash either. You know what I'm saying? And while I still, don't get me wrong, I still believe that mashing doesn't take skill. Uh, Back unlocking, that shit takes zero skill, like legit, like for real. Um, Mashing, I'll say this: there's a like the people in the chat were saying this, and at the time, I kind of just ignored it. I thought that was like a trivial thing they were saying, but they were like, mashing, there's a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like mashing carries a risk, and which would be like, if you try to mash while somebody's safe, you're going to eat damage type shit. See, my thing was is like, okay, that's not really all that risky, you know what I'm saying? Which it really isn't, because if you just have a good memory, you could just remember when you're going to like not be safe and just take your turn back by mashing. But but some people are better at that than others. So as far as like knowing when to mash, like see, I tried to mash 2 times just now, and I got hit. So there is a risk to it, but I couldn't dodge that. But yeah, there is a risk to mashing, but I don't think it's as skillful as like people may think it is. I think it's like, okay, it's more skillful than back unlocking because there's a risk. Hold on, I don't want this nigga to fuck me up. Like that just now. Like I just mashed just now. Like cause I didn't even know what was gonna happen. I just did it just to do it. You know what I mean? That wasn't skillful. Like that didn't show any skill, even though it worked. It didn't show any skill because I just it was I just guessed. See, I'm just mashing because I'm not really playing right now. I'm talking. I'm trying to make a point right now. You see how he's gonna stay safe. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a point right now. See, that doesn't take any skill in me. I guess the skill in it is knowing when to mash. I guess that would be the skill in it, but that's not really that hard. But El Piroca was trying to say that it takes more skill to the back unlock than it does the damn. It takes more skill to back unlock than it does to EQ, and that's where I was just like, no. If anything, that is the same amount of no skill, like EQing and back unlocking, because he says you gotta do more to back unlock. I mean, just because you gotta do more, that don't mean it's more skillful. And he said I only EQ so I can what did he say? Oh yeah, he said I manage my stamina poorly. Yeah, he said like I manage my stamina poorly, and that's why I EQ. Well, that's the same reason why you back unlock because you're just mashing the whole time. And I'm gonna leave this because I don't like that map and try to talk. But yeah, he was like, I only EQ because I manage my stamina poorly, and that's lame. Like I can say the same exact thing about you back unlocking. Like you do that because first of all you're getting tap locked to death, and your whole deck is like 12 frames, which also shows no skill, by the way. But anyway, like like he don't like getting tap locked to death, so he's going to just try to passively stay on the offensive the whole time, which is by mashing and by back unlocking, because once you back unlock with certain moves like leg breaker, you're not chasing that. You're not chasing that down. Like, that shit gets you like 3 meters away instantly. Like it's instant. Like it's during the start up of it. Like during the start up, that person has already traveled over half of the distance that move actually takes you, and it's like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But like he the type of nigga that he'll win. He'll one and done you, and that's it. Because he knows he's not gonna be able to win the next one. He knows that like for a fact. But he was saying that it's cheesy to EQ. That's why if somebody EQs, he's just going to quit, or whatever. Which is also not even 100% true because I fought him before without EQing, and he still quit after one. So it's like I was trying to get him to understand that it's like you're you are coping, you are making up a reason not to fight certain people. It's not because they EQ. It's because that they're not playing to your these tailored rules that you've made in your head. Like you're on some shit like, okay, I'm playing. I can play stagger. I can back unlock. I can mash the whole time, but you can't EQ, or I'm quitting. That is so scummy. I try to get him to understand how scummy that is. Like that is so scummy, bro. You play stagger. This is like the strongest style on the game. Like besides Fei Zheng, but Fei Zheng actually takes a little more skill to use than stagger does. So I'll say stagger is stronger than Fei Zheng because you can jump on stack. You can just jump on stagger and fuck off, and really, somebody has to work a lot harder than you to play. It's kind of like how Skull Merchant is in DBD, well, how Skull Merchant was before they changed her. Like she could just set up the 3 gen and shit and hold the best survivor team in the world hostage for almost a whole hour. Like the best survivors in the world, the best team in the world. Like this regular Skull Merchant off Twitter challenged them, and he had them boy in a match for an hour. This the best team in the world now. So it's like, yeah, it's stuff like that in every game. It's like it's really easy stuff to play, and people they'll try to say you cheesy for doing certain things, and it's like, bro, you play the strongest style in the game. That you play in stagger. These shits got automatic fucking 12 frame confirms. You got a style ability that's a hyper armor, which also confirms 12 frames. The backstagger, you're backstaggering 70% of the fucking moves. But where you draw a line at, and you're back unlocking every like couple of seconds. But where you draw a line at is somebody EQs you, nigga. You're doing all the most scummiest, messed up stuff in the game. But but you're but that's where it gets dishonorable for you when somebody uses powers. No, that's not what you're just scummy. All you care about is getting a dub. That's it, and that is just a scummy way to play. And I just try to get him to understand that, and he understands that. He just acts like he doesn't, and that's just like whatever, guy. Like I don't care. Like I'm going to EQ, And this goes to everybody that has something to say about EQ. I am going to fucking EQ. If you're playing like a pussy, I'm gonna play like one too. Like what the fuck? Why are y'all so entitled to a certain play style when you play like a bitch? I don't get that. That's the part I don't get right there. Like you're mashing me every other move. Guess what? EQ. You back unlocking every other move. Guess what? EQ. Like like that's what I'm going to do. You're doing all the fuck shit. Why I can't do something that's fucked up too? Why I can't do some fuck shit? Exactly. No, like nobody can answer that. Anytime I ask them that, nobody can answer that. All they can say is, "Oh, make the read, make the read." Well, you make the read. Make the fucking EQ read. Jump over it. Block it. Absorb it. The fuck? Anything you can say about what I do with my EQ, I can say the same shit about mashing every fucking move or back unlocking every fucking move. Like I can do the same shit, bro. If you want to hyper armor every fucking move, it's like I can say the same shit to you. Make the fucking read. If I have to make the read, you gotta make the fucking read. Word. Straight up. All that shit talking about powers, suck my dick, bro. I used to talk shit about powers too. Until I just realized it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Niggas are going to do whatever they want to do anyway. So you might as well just stick around and get used to it and learn how to beat the shit. Word. To this day, I still don't like mashing. To this day, that's the one thing I really hate about this game. It's so mash happy because every fighting game is like that. Every single fighting game is like that. It's nothing but mindless. It's straight up mashing, and I don't like playing like that. I just do not. And Absolver is you actually have the option to not play that way because you have style ability and all that shit. Like you don't necessarily have to mash the whole game to take your fucking turn back. But it's niggas that play like that. They play like that, bruh. They mash the whole time, and it's like, bruh, that is so boring. It's so boring. It just it gets rid of all my enthusiasm. Like I'm going to lose that fight. Like if a nigga is mashing me like back to back to back, I'm going to lose that fight unless you're just ass. Like you gotta be real trash. Now if you're just mindlessly mashing, yeah, I'm probably gonna beat you, but I'm still not gonna want to fight again though. That's the thing. I'm not gonna want to play again. But anybody that's just the least bit decent, nigga, I'm gonna lose to them every single time if they're sitting there mashing the whole time. I'm not gonna give a shit. Like halfway through that fight, before halfway, I'm gonna stop giving a shit. If you're just mashing the whole time, I'm not gonna care. It's gonna be like whatever. I just want this shit to be over so I can move on. You know what I'm saying? And I still stick around, and I'll still stick around just to try to beat the shit. Cause that's how I play the game. I just try to test my metal. You know what I'm saying? That's how you supposed to be. But it's niggas like El Piroca, like they want you to play the way they want you to play. All the while they're doing all that fucking cheesy shit to you. And that's fair. That's okay. They can do whatever they want. They do whatever they want. But if you EQ, it's like, oh no, you're cheesy, you're lame. And it's like, man, that's so fucking inconsiderate, bro. Like niggas be talking shit about me, but y'all niggas are inconsiderate, like for real. And that's why I act the way I act with a lot of y'all, cause y'all motherfuckers don't care about the motherfuckers y'all fighting. So why should I care about y'all? But yeah, that's it, really. That's all I want to talk about. Really. Oh yeah, and like this is some extra shit too. Motherfuckers talking something I don't know, like what I be talking about when I be like saying what's like broken about the styles and shit like that. Nigga, motherfucker said, who was that? Mo said, I don't even know what's broken about Stagger. And he started talking about the fucking stamina buff that Stagger gets. Man, nobody don't give a fuck about that. Nobody, that shit ain't broken. That shit, like, what? Man, that shit is not, what? The broken shit about Stagger is the fucking 12 frame confirms off every style ability, even the hyper armor. The fact that they can back stagger 70% of the fucking moves and the motherfucking mix up potential. That is the three things that are the most broken things about stagger. That's how people get off when they're playing with stagger. Man, fuck that stamina buff. I don't about to give a shit about that. You barely even notice that shit, man. As long as you have a nice a deck that attacks stamina, that shit ain't gonna mean shit. Cause you can always get them to react. Them niggas don't them stagger niggas don't block. Word, they don't even fucking block. The best nigga that play that shit don't block. So it's just, and that's usually how I beat him. Whenever I do beat that nigga, that's how I beat him. Word, make that motherfucker react and dodge that shit. Word. So it's like, yeah. So shut the fuck up, bro. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been playing this game a long time too. I know exactly why. I know what's broken about the shit. That's why when I do my tip, my all my tips and shit is not nothing, no fucking technical information. My shit ain't full of fucking this terminology and all this jargon that a regular motherfucking person not even gonna understand. I'm giving you the fucking bare bones of how people fight. Like fuck the like if you want a technical breakdown of how to play the game, my tips and tricks ain't for that. My shit is for the mind game. Like anything I say is for the mind game. It's just for the fucking skeleton of how a motherfucker's about to play. Like I'm just talking about the strengths. Fuck all that other shit. Like oh you know Stagger gets a passive stamina buff when they complete a dodge. So the fuck what? That shit is not that powerful. That shit ain't powerful. Shit is not all that. Where and I knew about that. I purposely omitted that from my fucking video because that shit no one cares about that. That shit is not all that. The broken shit is everything I talked about. That's the broken shit about the fucking style. But yeah, man, it's my little rant. My little rant. Yeah, bro. Like I don't care, bro. I'm going to EQ, bro. I'm going to keep EQing. I'm gonna keep doing it. I might do it just to piss y'all off because y'all niggas jab me out everything just to piss me off. So yeah, like all the motherfuckers that got something to say, you already know. Suck my dick. I'm outie.